Hey, bud. Hey there, bud. If you wouldn't mind not getting dirt in the driveway, that'd be great. Other than that, you enjoy your lunch, man. You have a feast. Ain't no one stopping you. There's probably a guy and a girl, too. Probably just below it all day, getting it, and then come up, get some lunch. Probably won't see him till nightfall. Getting it underground. All that getting it makes him hungry. You get it, bud. You get it, bud. Hey, bro chachos. As you can see by the intro, I'm dealing with a little bit of a rodent problem. But it's only a problem if you make it a problem. So if you can't beat them, join them. And I suggest you take that advice, because I know a lot of people fighting the good fight, and I don't think it's really worth it. But hey, I'm renting. That's probably why. So yeah, I met those friends there when I was cleaning the garage. That's what I'm doing right now. Cleaning out the entire garage here, getting ready, because this is where the Evo is going to stay. So I got to make sure I have enough room here to make sure everything stays functional, and so that I can get in and out of the car and it's not such a hassle. Yeah, so I'm gonna get going on the part 2 of the next video. It's gonna be more parts here coming up. Just gonna pick up right where I left off, and then I'll probably end up having to make 2 videos, so I'll give you about 8 minutes worth of stuff here, and then whatever I have to tack on the next video, we'll close it up. I got everything here. You might have noticed there's a couple new parts there. But yeah, everything has come in, so I'm ready to, I guess I'll do that right now. I'll sit down and talk about the things that I got, and we'll keep this thing going. Over here, a few more things. Anytime you're going to increase the power of an Evo, you need to get the ARP, or you need to get upgraded bolts and studs to make sure you don't pull the head off the block. So that's one of the first things that I ended up getting here, as well as some fasteners as well. This is just a little bit of engine bling. I got all black. Let me see if I can open this up with one hand. Everything here is just black. It's nice. And I'll be honest, one of the things that's kind of killing me is I can already picture it. I got this this set, I think, from MA Performance. It's just a standard set. It's not a stock replacement, but I think it's their own thing. And these little chrome ones, or these little stainless ones, are gonna probably get it. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up changing those out, either for like some gold ones like that, or black down the line. But right now, that can't be a priority for me. And then this one here, this is I ended up buying a long time ago. I knew it was one of the things I would need was a stock oil pan, so I got that. And then as time went by, I ended up sending it into Busher, and they put the baffle in it, and so I just got that back not too long ago. So between Busher baffling down low and getting that Tomei baffle plate, windage tray, and crank scraper, this thing should be pretty set up in terms of keeping the oil where we want to keep it. Now, like I said, I don't do too much crazy stuff, so it really wasn't a big concern. But the car, I do really enjoy hitting the canyons and going for canyon runs and that whole deal. So when you toss the car side to side, sometimes that oil will get in places you don't really want it to get, or it'll get away from places you need it to stay. And this should really take care of that problem. And once again, going back to reliability, that's another key factor, and something I'm really glad to have for that peace of mind. All right, so let me just go over this box here, because I didn't end up getting all new timing components, but I am gonna I have the new belt here, OEM belt, the thermostat, yeah, brand new thermostat, because reliability. This is a new oxygen sensor. Before I blew up the last car, I was getting, I don't remember what the code was, but it was for the front O2 sensor, the one that's I think in the O2 housing. So I was planning on changing that out. And I hear sometimes it's a pain when you have that stock one, they just get melted in there, they get rusted in there. So with the new O2 housing, we'll have that oxygen sensors hopefully take care of that code. Hydraulic tensioner for the timing. We got the oil pickup tube right there. Something that it's a good chance when you blow your engine, you probably have shards of metal in there, so you need to replace that. And this is just a gasket for a new oil cap, which will go over there. And one of the things I'm probably going to end up changing this out, because I'm not a big fan of that screw in there. I've never really looked at my old oil cap, but it's got a screw on the bottom there. So I saw JDC makes one that's just clean, has nothing on the bottom. I'll probably end up going with that if I can get them to make it in a color, maybe like a nice rose gold. Seems to be an accent that I'm going with. End up doing that. And then these here, these are the plug and play for the fuel injectors. When I originally got them, I'm running the ID 1050X. Those ones, I'm going to get them clean before I put them back in. But when I got them originally, they sent me the Evo 10 clips, which they work, but they don't exactly snap in. So I had them zip tied into position. So we'll go ahead and swap those out for these ones, just so it's legit. Next up here, this is the Busher mustache bar. So this is for the rear diff. A lot of you guys that have Evos, you know that rear diff that gives you that nasty clunking sound if you ever mess up on a shift. This will take care of that. This will keep your rear end solid, as well as these are also from Busher. These are the side mounts for the rear diff. And so this will stiffen everything up, make sure your rear end just stays put, and that'll get rid of that problem. In terms of daily driving, I'm sure for racing, like I said, I never really did much racing, but for daily driving, that would scare the crap out of me when that thing would clunk. And so these are billet aluminum. I think the whole setup here, I think both this and this replaces the factory parts, saves about 20 pounds or so. So between that and between, you know, the battery relocation to the trunk, probably going to go to the middle of the trunk. I'm really hoping that the weight distribution of the Evo will be much better, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to tell that with the drivability on a day-to-day basis. All right, so more fuel pump stuff. So I'm currently running the Walbro, was it the 255? When my car went down, I was running ethanol, and so one of my priorities right now is to really replace all those components. And so I've upgraded this to a 450 Walbro, and so in this box I have, this is the actual pump itself in there. What's it say? Flex fuel, yeah. So we're good there. Also comes with the full wiring kit, hard wiring kit. We've got, what else? The filter for it. And I'll be honest, all these fittings, I'm not 100% sure what they are. Just some washers there. I don't remember what it was for. They got some, and these are obviously for the fuel. I think it's for something fuel, but I don't know. Maybe they run these AN lines for the fuel system. I don't know. I'm sure Brandon will know about that though, so I'll give him all those pieces and I'll let him figure that out, because this all came together. So I'll just leave it like that, and I'll just give him the box and I say figure it out, because that's what he's good at. Yeah, and all this here, this is the line. This is for the hard line to the fuel rail. So it's going to go hard line to the fuel rail. Just give us that clean look. All right, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I'm coming up on about 10 minutes. So one thing I wanted to quickly mention was there's a few components, a few pieces that I am going to reuse from the last, from the stock setup. I had just gotten all of my timing components done at 120,000 miles. So all those have less than 5,000 miles on them. So I will be reusing the idler pulley. I'll be reusing the water pump and a couple of the other small pieces that I had just done that are all pretty fresh. Other than that, the next video I'm going to kick off right away. We'll get right into the catch can setup that I chose, and I'm just thinking down the road, there's probably a good need for a whole video on catch can setups, because there was a lot going on when I started to dig in and get a lot of opinions, and I got a lot of different varying views. And I think I'll mention it in the next video, but you'll see I'm kind of like a guinea pig on this build, because I'm doing things here and I'm going to document things that have never really been documented. So I'll talk about that more in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.